Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'd just like to introduce a few more of the secret spots on the island of Shodoshima, which is located in Japan's inland sea, just west of Kobe on the map. So we're going to begin this journey in the southeast corner of the island, about a kilometre inland from the port of Sakate. Here we have a couple of fantastic temples situated high up overlooking the sea, and as you can see there's not a soul here. These temples really do have an old and mysterious feel. The first one being Kannonji Temple. And as you can see, part of the temple is built directly into the rock face. From here the road turns into more of a footpath with a little lookout point offering another great view of Shodoshima and the port of Sakate down below. And this leads us to our second temple, Donzan Temple. Again built right into the mountain and completely deserted. And the third temple, just a bit further along that path, is Goishizan on the slopes of Mount Donzan. Like on the island of Shikoku, many temples on Shodoshima are numbered as part of a pilgrimage, hence the statue of the pilgrim here. And another great lookout point, maybe not for the faint-hearted, but a great escape from hectic city life. now for some soy sauce flavoured ice cream from this famous soy sauce factory in Shodoshima, the Marukin soy sauce factory. Over 100 years of history. Really nice. Now I'm just making my way around the long southern peninsula of the island with its many idyllic little coves and beaches, and again, hardly anyone here at all. And now it's time for meal number one. This is Cafe Hachi Hachi, located just at the top of that southern peninsula. Today I had locally grown vegetables on toast in this wonderful pizza style. And for dessert, homemade vanilla ice cream with honey, again on toast, with a coffee that came to 1800 yen, about 9 English pounds. Okay, the next spot is more towards the centre of the island and a really hard climb if you attempt to go by bicycle like I did. The temperature was in the high 30s on this day, so I was glad I had a good feed at that cafe. I actually introduced this temple in one of my previous videos. This is Nishinoaki Ryusuiji, and quite possibly the most impressive temple on the island. I mean, just look at that view. Like some of the previous temples, this one is also built right into the mountain, with this tunnel leading around to the main temple building. Then just a few kilometres north are these wonderful terraced rice fields of Nakayama, which literally means inside the mountains. These rice terraces are thought to have been created up to around 400 years ago during the Nanbokucho era of Japan. Apparently the rice paddies were abandoned for a time and there was no one to succeed the farmers that looked after them. And then the local terraced rice paddies preservation society was set up, and now the whole community works together to preserve this beautiful landscape. From there, I headed down to the tip of the southwest peninsula of the island, past a few little fishing villages, to this not very well known spot, but a real gem if you ask me, especially on a hot day as today. So this is called Kodokutsu Cave Temple. Again, we've got the statue of the pilgrim, signifying that this temple is part of Shodoshima's pilgrimage. Inside the cave itself must be at least 10 degrees cooler than outside. A great little retreat from the sun if it gets a bit too much. And as always, a calm and spiritual atmosphere inside. So heading up the west coast of the island, I came across a couple more of these pyramid-style graves or monuments. According to Google Maps, they're called shell mounds, but they look more like some kind of a tomb or something to me. And in my years of travel around Japan, I've only ever seen these on the island of Shodoshima. I don't know if there's something unique to the culture or history of this area of Japan. This one is called the Nagahama Shell Mound, and possibly the biggest one on the island, located just in the northwest corner. Yeah, these things are still a bit of a mystery. If anyone knows anything about them, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, it's definitely time for another meal after all that riding. This is the Sanwa Cafe, located just on the Obe port in the middle of the north coast. Last orders was at 5:30 p.m, so I made it here just in time for a barbecue beef and veggies set with rice and miso soup. And not a bad view either. And the last secret spot I'll show you today is Yoshida Dam, located in the northeast corner of the island, just around the corner from Fukuda Port, where I'll be taking the ferry back to Himeji at the end of this trip. Again, another pretty grueling climb, but only 1 kilometre uphill. You could alternatively drive or ride to the base of the dam along another road and then take the steps up to the top of the dam, but I don't really recommend that. Again, very few, if any, people at all here. Some more nice views, especially if you venture a little further up the steps to this lookout point. There are quite a few wild animals on Shodoshima that sometimes come out at night, like deer, monkeys and wild boar, but thankfully no bears like on the mainland, so you can rest assured you won't be eaten alive. Now I'm just heading around the back of the dam and down towards Fukuda Port for the 7:30 ferry home. And it's farewell to Shodoshima, without a doubt one of my favourite places in Japan, and I look forward to riding those slopes again soon. Okay everyone, thanks for watching, and until next adventure.